We're glad you're with us tonight. I'm Lynn Brooks.
And I'm Philip Coleman. Thanks for joining us.
Lots of new jobs coming right here to West Alabama, with Lear operations bringing 150 new jobs right here to our area. It's through a manufacturing plant that's coming to Vance. And a groundbreaking ceremony held this morning to welcome in global supplier of those automotive products, the Lear Corporation, now teaming up with Mercedes on the manufacturing of the C-Class sedan. The company will provide the seating and also the electronic systems for the C-Class. Today's ceremony was moved to the Mercedes Training Institute instead of the site of the new plant. That was because of today's rain. Of course, everybody remembers that this morning. Lear's new facility will be located within the Brookwood Corridor Industrial Park in Vance, and Alabama Governor Robert Bentley said he is very excited to see all of these new jobs come right here to Tuscaloosa County.
But of course, Lear Corporation is a major corporation all over the world, and we're just happy to have them in this area. But it's just part of the build-up for jobs related to Mercedes, since they supply the seats for Mercedes, and of course they're an outstanding company, and we're just glad to have them.
And if you're interested in working at the manufacturing company or want more information about the new facility, you can go to their website. And for a shortcut, just go to our website. That's WVUATV.com. Click on Numbers and Links.
And on your Crime Watch tonight, police need your help finding a suspect wanted in connection with a bank robbery. According to Tim Sullivan with the Northport Police Department, it happened at the VA Credit Union on McFarland Boulevard. Sullivan says the robbery happened about 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon and says it is not uncommon for bank robberies like this to happen during the day. Right now, they need your help finding the suspect. Police say the suspect is a black male, about 170 pounds, between 5'10" and 6 feet tall. Police say he is armed and was wearing a mask at the time of the robbery. If you have information, call Crime Stoppers, 205-752-STOP. Also on your Crime Watch tonight, 2 17-year-olds arrested and accused of burglary in Tuscaloosa. Police say the teenagers broke into a home around 8:15 last night on Springbrook Road. According to investigators, the suspects entered the home by pushing in the air conditioning unit into the bedroom window. They took electronics, also some money. Officers found the suspects in the Hodo Haven neighborhood with some of those stolen items. They're being held in the Tuscaloosa Juvenile Detention Center pending a hearing.
And continuing in Tuscaloosa, a man is behind bars after authorities say he tried to rape one of his wife's friends. Captain Lloyd Baker of Tuscaloosa Metro Homicide tells WVUA this happened at the 400 block of Skyland Boulevard. The 27-year-old victim says she was longtime friends with the couple and was spending the night at their home. And according to the victim, she woke up and the man climbed on top of her and tried to force himself on her. Baker says she was able to escape the home. Now, investigators have identified the suspect as Jeremy Heath Wood. Authorities took Woods into custody last night. He is being charged with attempted rape and sexual abuse.
More than 1,000 claimants have received about $27 million since a court-supervised administrator took over the processing claims in the BP Gulf oil spill case.
Meanwhile, another claims administrator says nearly 5,000 new claims have been filed since March 8th alone. That's when the process shifted from the Gulf Coast claims facility to the court system. Now, this transition is part of a settlement agreement between BP and lawyers representing individuals and businesses. BP estimates it will pay out $7.8 billion through the settlement, but the deal is, quote, uncapped.
And taking a splash at the beach is one thing, but dealing with flooding at home is quite another. The National Weather Service says heavy rains are causing flooding in parts of West Alabama, but it doesn't take radar to see the effects of the past 2 days of rain. According to Sergeant Brent Blankley with the Tuscaloosa Police Department, a couple of areas on McFarland and also on 10th Avenue were called in as flooding spots earlier today. We've seen some breaks in the showers, but are the wet conditions something we need to get used to? With a first check on your forecast, here's Chief Meteorologist Richard Scott.
Hey, Lynn and Phil, a good Friday afternoon to you. Good news is, hey, the rain is out of here. Good soaking rain over the past 48 hours across the state of Alabama and Mississippi. Seeing some hefty totals out there. Check this out. Now, this past 48 hours, over 3 inches in Tuscaloosa, 3.20 at the Tuscaloosa Airport. It got 3.5 at my house in Northport. Some spots in Sumter County seeing about 5 to 8 inches of rain, and that will cause some minor river flooding, mainly along the Tombigbee and Sukanachi River over Sumter County. And again, that's going to drain into Marengo County for the Tombigbee River, so keep that in mind if you live in those flood-prone areas. Tonight, though, we stay dry. Temperatures fall back to 62 by 10. What about the rest of the forecast, though, and your weekend forecast? Weather is coming up.
All right, thank you, Richard. Now, 24 hours and 100 miles of running is the form of one educator's fight for a cure. Mike Bissell, a teacher at Tuscaloosa Magnet School, chose to raise awareness for type 1 diabetes by running 100 consecutive miles starting today. This fundraiser is at the Midtown Athlete's Foot, where Mike is also a part-time employee. He says this is not only raising awareness for diabetes, but also helps to promote health and fitness. And he says one of his students inspired him to get others involved.
And I was so excited to hear that he was running 100 miles in 24 hours is no small feat. It's something I would never even attempt to do. So I'm thrilled that he chose diabetes as his cause, in part because he had been touched by a student that he had with diabetes and seeing his daily life.
You know, I was forced into learning about it because I needed to make sure that he was okay in my room and in my school. And from there, it just became a very personal journey. Different from what he and his parents have to go through, but still a journey nonetheless.
And Bissell is an avid runner, so he has trained to accomplish this massive feat. His tentative schedule means he will be running till about 10 a.m. tomorrow. Now, the Southeastern Diabetes Education Services has helped with this event. They will host a summer camp for type 1 diabetes this July. And for more information, just go to southeasterndiabetes.org. Now, from running for a good cause to playing for one, a world-renowned pianist is lending his talents to help Tuscaloosa's Caring Days adult daycare. This Sunday, March 25th, Randall Atchison will perform at the U of A's Moody Music Building. The concert is a fundraiser to help the construction and the Mal and Charlotte Moore Center. Admission is free, but donations are welcome. Organizers say you can open your heart and help make a difference in the lives of people all across West Alabama. And speaking of entertainment, an Alabama-made movie is creating much attention today. Governor Robert Bentley has proclaimed March 23rd as October Baby Day in Alabama. For those of you scratching your heads, that's because it's March. But Bentley says he issued the proclamation to recognize the movie October Baby, which was filmed entirely in the state of Alabama. The film was produced and directed by brothers John and Andrew Irwin from Shelby County. Its nationwide release is today, and it will be in more than 300 theaters.